Alright guys, I'm going to make this as short as possible because it's 4 in the morning and I just finished putting a bunch of upgrades on the C-14. So, this is what we have. It is almost completely full metal. I have the 2-speed transmission, which I just got in the other day. I have the full metal shock upgrade that is the same canister type as the stock shocks. I did put a little bit lighter spring in them because they do have some pretty stiff springs. They came with a metal suspension tower upgrade as well. Just came with it free with the shocks. And I like this. I like all the different holes in here. You can just adjust the angle of the shocks however you want them. I just finished putting this one in, which is a big thick metal plate with a steering servo hanging underneath it, and it also has aluminum blocks that the servo mounts to, which I thought was pretty cool. The only issue I had with it was this block could not clear the grommet for the wire on the servo, so I had to file it back, but that's okay. It looks alright. Next, we have full metal axles, gearing, everything. I bought kits that come with the full metal cases, and then another kit that came with full metal gears, and then I bought the steering knuckles separately, and they have metal roller bearings inside and out, so everything is metal. I have metal drive shafts, I have everything, even the output shafts are metal now. None of that plastic garbage that it used to have. Now I do have metal gears in this one, so it is upgraded. It is heavier than the stock one, but not really by much. This was, I believe it showed 1.1 on my scale. I believe it was in ounces, and these were 3.3. So they are a lot heavier than this. So hopefully it will have a better center of gravity and will not tip over nearly as much as the stock truck did. And plus the extra weight will help with the crawling. Next, I got the 4-link rod set up with all the adjustable 4-link rods. They're all basically just tie rod ends with threaded stock. I did have a problem with one of them in the kit. I'm still going to put the link to this kit in there because all the other rods were fine. This was just a fluke. I had to make this rod because it didn't... Okay, one end of it had threads. The other one looked like it had threads on the end of the rod. See how they have a space in the middle? But somehow the threads were screwed up and they weren't connected, so they were just like 100 individual loops cut around and it would never screw on. So I had to go to Ace Hardware and get some thread stock. Now, the bad part about these rods is there was no room to put the shifting servo, which I guess that's for the best because the remote I have chosen does not have a shift function. I like this remote because this is for a Remo Rocket. I bought a brand new Remo Rocket and took the guts out of it. I wanted to be able to turn my headlights on and off. I wanted, you know, throttle trim, steering trim, which is your basics. But then there's throttle drive, which you can turn it down so full throttle is just a crawl, and also there is steering drive, which you can turn it way down to where your car will only steer just a little bit. If I turn it all the way, I'm actually able to roll the truck on command. It turns really, really far. I also like that this remote is ambidextrous, so if there's a left-handed person that ever wants to drive the truck, which I am not, that's kind of cool. So, I mean, I have an extra steering wheel foam if I need it. This just runs on 4 AA batteries. Now, why I chose the Remo Rocket was because of this. This is a receiver speed controller all in one. I didn't need 2 units for that. Usually you need a receiver, and then you need a speed controller, and then you hook your battery to all that, the switch, and it's just a big giant mess. These cars do not have a lot of space inside of it, so this is just an all-in-one. I can either add a power switch right here, or I could just put the little bridge on there, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to delete the switch. This antenna is all the antenna you will ever need. This has some insane range. Oh, and I'm going to apologize because my Coca-Cola cooler over there is making a lot of noise right now. So, perhaps it's trying to remind me that I need to have a water, huh? Oh, man. Fine. Give me a damn drink. Try to get it to shut up. It's still going to buzz a little bit, so I apologize. Anyway, I have an ice cold water anyway. I've been really sick lately, so it's probably good that I drink extra fluids. What I did with the 2-speed, because there was no room for the servo now, you just couldn't. You couldn't have the bracket or anything, was I actually added a linkage to it, and there's 2 holes. So I can manually change the gearing. It's in high, which there is plenty of torque in high. There's absolutely nothing this thing can't crawl over. It doesn't strain with anything. Nothing. Even if it's like completely up against the wall, it is spinning all 4 tires. So you're good. But if you want to go extra slow, which I call granny gear, you switch it to this first hole, and yeah, just forget it. You're driving over everything, even your own face. So yeah, this is all of the upgrades I have so far. I thought all of my upgrades came in, but in fact, I am missing one. This one. This little cross piece, this plastic cross piece, I ordered an aluminum one to complete the full metal upgrade. I was going to get aluminum rims, but I changed my mind at the last minute. So, this is all of my upgrades so far. I will put the truck together and we will play with it in a future video. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you guys next time.